And joining us now from Jerusalem is Nathan Schacter. He is a West Hartford native and a UConn alumnus. And Nathan, good to see you here today.
You as well. Thank you for having me.
First of all, are you safe in a safe place?
Yes, thank God. We are safe here. The past 2 days for us in our area in Jerusalem has been pretty quiet, thank God. But really, my heart and my mind is with so many other of friends and just people that we know in other parts of the country that unfortunately are not as privileged as we are.
So tell, for the sake of our viewers, what exactly are you doing in Israel right now? What kind of job?
Yeah, so I've lived in Israel now for 4 years. And I work basically in connecting Jewish people from around the world to Israel. Also, before I moved to Israel, I worked in the Jewish community. And that's really what I see as my mission, to basically make sure that we have a thriving future together.
Where were you when the attacks began over the weekend?
So I was with my boyfriend's family in a small suburb. We actually had just woken up. I was woken up by the first siren, which generally don't come to this area of Israel. And it was definitely a jolt to wake up that way. And then to spend the whole rest of the morning basically going in and out of the shelter. Something that I, as an immigrant to here, had never imagined that I would actually be experiencing, and more so wouldn't even know how to handle.
What is your daily life like the last couple of days?
A lot of confusion, a lot of fear, and a lot of anxiety. This is a situation that has been unlike anything that the country has ever experienced. The type of attacks, the way that it was brought out, it's just unprecedented. And so I think it took a lot of people time to really understand what kind of war and crisis we're in. And with that brought a lot of confusion and just disbelief, as we started to understand how many people were killed, how many people were captives, how many people were wounded. I would say that I don't know anyone here who doesn't know someone who was either killed or has now been involved in this fight, and probably the majority know both.
Can you leave your home at all, or do you have to stay inside?
Yeah, no, we can leave our home. That's part of our reality here, to have to jolt back and continue on with daily life. Like I said, there are places in the country where it's not safe to do that, and people are really spending days in and nights out in their shelters. But thank God for us, we're able to have some sense of routine. The routine here means that you're always on edge for whatever could happen.
What is your message for your friends and family and former classmates? I know you went to the Solomon Schacter School, Hebrew High School of New England, and of course UConn. What's your message for them tonight as they watch this? Because they're worried about you.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who has sent me messages personally checking up on me. It really warms the heart and helps give us the strength to get through this. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to be a lot longer than we would ever want it to be. But first of all, those messages really help. But second of all, the mobilization from around the world. I mean, this is a global issue now, and I don't mean just for the Jewish people as a whole in mourning, but really for anyone who cares simply about tragedies to human beings. To see the level of support that everyone has been giving, from rallies to posts on media, to really just standing up and being proud of themselves as Jews, but also non-Jews, those who have really taken their time to say, we stand with the Jewish people and with Israel. I think that's what keeps me going every day, as hard as this is.
What can people here in Connecticut do to help the people overseas?
Wow. Like I said, I think first and foremost, feet on the ground, sharing what's happening here, making people understand the horrific reality that we're living under, I think it is one of the most important things. And there's so many organizations and so many initiatives that people can help with, both from stateside, but also giving money and financially allowing people on the ground here to do the work that they need to make sure those who need to be safe can be safe, and those who need to be taken care of can be taken care of. Those who are on the front lines can continue to do their jobs to ensure safety and security for all of us. You know, any amount can help, and any little thing that people can do is going to make a huge impact here on saving human lives.
So you said that any little amount can help. Is there a specific organization people should donate to?
Yeah, I know of many. I personally am supporting the Fund for Victims of Terror from the Jewish Agency for Israel. The fund provides immediate financial grants to victims of terror of any kind in the moment, 48 hours after the attack, as well as long-term rehabilitation and care to be able to go through this trauma for the next years to come. So I think it's really impactful in the sense that it's giving an immediate need for help now, as well as really thinking about tomorrow for these people who need it most.
Nathan, what are your plans? Are you going to stay in Israel, or do you plan to come back to Connecticut?
Absolutely. I'm here. This is my home.
This is your home.
And that's something that I've just always grown up with. My parents sent me to the Jewish day schools. They brought me up to be involved in the Jewish community. And I always joke with them that I moved here. If they didn't want me to move here, they should have chosen a different track for life for me. But this is our home. It's always been our home. And no matter where else I'll be, I'll never feel that sense of belonging like I do here.
You're a courageous man, Nathan Schacter. We thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
And we're all sending the very best, and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.